Hi, welcome to Mariel Beads and Beyond. On last video, I showed you some beads that Beebeecraft sent me, so I decided to make this charm with one of the hearts that they sent me. It turned out great, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. The links to get the materials I'm going to use for this video are going to be in the description box. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also, leave me comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to make. The list of materials that you're going to use are going to be the heart, and remember I got it from Beebeecraft. We are going to pick up our heart. I thread my needle with fireline. We are going to sew through the heart, and you gotta be careful. You don't want your thread to get cut. Our thread is exiting from this side. Sew through the heart one more time. We are going to pick up two 11/0s and we are going to sew back through the heart. Pick up two 11/0s. Our thread is exiting from this side of the heart. We are going to sew back through the heart. We are going to sew up through one of the beads. It doesn't matter which one. We are going to pick up two 11/0s. Our thread is exiting from this bead to the left. We are going to sew up through the seed bead to the right. Our thread is exiting from this bead right here. We are going to sew through the hole of the heart, and if you can, you want to sew through one of the beads. We are going to pick up two beads. Our thread is exiting from this bead, the one to your right. You are going to sew through the one through the left, and if you can, sew through the hole of the heart. And as you can see, I'm passing through two beads. This is what you should have. We are going to pick up two beads. Our thread is exiting from the side. We are going to sew down one, and we are going to sew up through two. We are going to pick up two. Our thread is exiting from this bead right here. We are going to sew down through one, and we are going to sew up through two. And as you can see, we are making herringbone stitch. So you are going to continue making herringbone stitch until you get to this side. our thread, it's exiting from this bead. We are going to sew down through 1, and we are going to sew up through 2. Put this together, your thread, it's exiting from the bead to the left. We are going to sew through the 2. We are going to come down through the 2 to the side, and we are going to sew through 2 more. We are going to pick up 1 11/0, and we are going to sew through the other 4 beads. We are going to sew down through 4, we are going to pick up 1. Our thread is exiting from this bead. We are going to sew through the next 2 and up to 2 more if you can. So let's just sew through these 2. And sew through the other 2. We are going to sew down through 3. We are going to sew up through 2. So this is 1. Through 1 more. And we are going to reverse direction and come down through 2. Our thread, it's exiting from this bead right here, so we are going to sew up through 3. And this is what you should have. We are going to continue making herringbone stitch all the way around. Pick up 2. Our thread is exiting from this bead. We are going to sew down through 1. And we are going to sew up through 2. Pick up 2. I'm gonna pick up 2. My thread is exiting from this bead. I'm going to sew up through 1. And I'm going to sew down through 2. I believe this is good for me, so I'm going to go ahead and close them. What you can do right here, sew through the heart, and then sew up through 2 or 3 beads. come down through 2 or 3 beads, depending on how many you step up. Just make sure that your threads are not showing. Okay, right here you're gonna find the hole again, and right now we can sew up through 2, come down through 2, and we are going to come down through, this is your preference, I came down through 2. Our thread is exiting from this bead right here. We are going to sew up through 3. We are going to come down through 2. We are going to sew up through 2 or 3. It doesn't matter how many. Continue reinforcing until all your beads are the way you want them to look. Our thread is exiting from this bead right here. I'm gonna sew through 4. And I'm gonna sew through 3. Sew through 1 more. And through 1 more. Our thread, it's exiting from this bead. If you look at your work, it's the one that is centered. So we are going to pick up 1, 11 out, and we are going to sew back through the same bead. Like if you pay attention, our thread is coming from this side. We are going to sew back through the same bead. And this is what you should have. We are going to reinforce. So sew through the bead that we just add. Sew back through the bead under. And sew back through the bead that we just add. Right now what we are doing is we are making our loop for our charm. Pick up 1, sew through the bead, reinforce, and continue adding beads until you get the length that you think that you're gonna need for your hoop. I add 7 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we are going to do next is we're just going to connect them. As you can see, this is the bead that is in the center of our heart. So we're just gonna connect it to that bead. So back through the bead. And our charm should be completed. The only thing you had to do is go ahead and reinforce. So you sew several times through the beads. Okay, so I hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow along. If you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel, like my videos, leave some comments, and remember, all the items that I use in this video, the links are going to be in the description box. Until next time, bye!